Just out for a pig hunt today. Give the pups a run as well. Been taking them out quite a bit lately. They're just over 4 months old now. Pretty gnarly blackberry in this block here on this area, so I should have bought my chaps really, but hopefully they don't catch one on the blackberry. Well, hopefully they do, but it's pretty rough to get in there. You see how thick that blackberry is there. It's pretty gnarly stuff when you got to try and get through it, especially that real old man blackberry. It's quite thick. It's actually like trying to get through vines, but it just cuts you to bits as well. And I think from memory, the last pig I got down here, my legs were bleeding that much that my pants stuck to my legs from blood when the blood dried. So it's pretty notorious for blackberry, especially the first part of this block in here anyway. There's no deer in here for well over 20 years, but the deer have moved back in again now. 1080 actually wiped them out completely for over 20 years, and now they're back, so it's good. I've got a big stag in here, a velvet stag actually. Not last velvet season, but the one before. Got one big stag in here, which I shot there with a thermal. We see that on one of my other previous videos. Yeah, had quite a bit of rain down here. The bloody road's flooded. It's not normally big puddles like that, so track's pretty rough at the moment, so I've parked back here. I normally can drive all of this too, but yeah. I'll keep quiet now and have a sneak along, see if I can find any fresh marks. I've hunted this area here my whole life, so I know where the pigs cross the roads regular and where they camp out at certain times of year. So if there's anything around, I should be able to find it. Pretty confident of that. And actually the dogs don't have to be finding too far too, because I can take them pretty close to where the pigs will be. That's one advantage of hunting the same place over and over for years. Even before the days of tracking gear on the tracking collars. You just learn where those pigs run all the time when you get onto them. Yeah, they're creatures of habit, so which is their downfall sometimes. Yeah, his pups are almost the same size as their mother now. I don't mind if they stay the same size as the mum, or even smaller actually. I've had some pretty small dogs over the years. My best one I ever had was one of my smallest. She was a pretty good dog, so yeah. I think they'll be pretty keen on a pig when they finally get onto one. Just got to find the right place at the right time. a bit of a bugger. Pig done a big loop right back to this main crossing here. I thought I was going to come across, and I've shot quite a few here over the years and caught quite a few of the dogs here, but turned off 100 odd metres here, and I heard one dog coming through puffing behind it, popped out on the road up here, so I think it's crossed out up here somewhere. It might have even run up the road back where I was just standing. But yeah, I heard the pig grunting right at the start when the bitch Willow went in first, and then the other dog, and pups just went in a bit and mucked around and come back out. But yeah, that pig's really gapped it now. It's pretty thick in there, pretty rough blackberry in that gorge. So yeah, Willow's still coming through behind it. Just out of curiosity, I'll just pop up here and see where the marks come out on the road. Hopefully you can see how big the pig was. How big or how small. Sounded like a pretty decent sized pig from the grunting. So 30 metres where the dog popped out to start looking for marks. Oh, that one there is. Pretty much just here somewhere. Looks like a bit of a scuff mark going up in here. That pup's sniffing, but you can't actually see the marks here. That's where the dog had popped out. It's another thing, handy thing with the GPS. You can actually see where they cross the road. You know, you can see their line on the GPS. So, and just a note for next time, pig runs the same track. Go and wait to hear the next time. Yeah. It was quite interesting actually that it didn't go to their main crossing back there. They've been using it a bit lately. Oh well. The Willow's just coming out now. Bugger. Yeah, I think that pig might have ploughed off into there. Yeah. Bugger. Yeah, so it crossed alright. Next time. Good bit of exercise for her anyway. I think again Nelson's gone back in further up. Gone for a look again. Might be another pig still there. Yeah, he is too. He's gone back in again up here. And he's heading out the other direction. meters. Just keep going down in case he pushes something back this way too. They got a big head start on them. Pig's just in there. I just heard one in there. Dog's going round and round. Not sure where that pig's gone. It's gone around in circles. I might push it out somewhere. Not sure where that one's gone. Came right through and was not far off. I was about 25 metres off the road, and I heard it grunting around in there. Willow's gone back in, and her and both of them actually are going back around on the same track. So either the pig's still just hiding in that corner there, or it's heading back. Bit of fun anyway. Meters back that way now. 100 meters might not sound like much, but through that Blackberry it's pretty rough. So he just popped out. The ears get a bit of a hard time in that Blackberry there, so they don't seem to mind it though. They just bash their way through. Pretty keen to catch a pig. He's just trying to get fit at the moment. He was out of action for about a year, so he's just getting fit again now, and getting a few runs like that will certainly do it. Willow's still 74 metres, so just wait for her to pop out and I'll carry on. Yeah, got two good little runs in a short space of time. Same mob of pigs though, but two different pigs. So close. Get. See the little toe marks there. Possibly just after I've gone back that way, this pig ears popped out. How I said, it was just hiding in that little corner of Blackberry there. I wouldn't mind betting this is it here. He's just bolted out. Only looks like about a 50 pounder, so would have been good for these pups anyway, but it's still going down the road actually, his marks. Okay, I don't know where it's gone on down here somewhere. Yeah, bit of a funny one. Never mind. Probably where it's gone up there actually. Willow's still just tracking it. An experienced dog knows it's long gone. Bit of old rooting there. Quite a bit actually. Been getting a bit of attention down this road actually lately. There's quite a few vehicle marks. Probably just from the weekend even, so someone's been chasing everything around. Obviously still some here though. You see that other crossing I've marked on there. Yeah, Willow's chasing that pig right up over the next, there's a bit of a track up the top up here. She's going to go up over the top of that. And it's got a big head start on her, so I don't think she's going to catch up to that one, but you never know. She's going very fast now, so she might have caught up to it and got real keen again on it, and she's going very fast now. She's just crossed that track very, very fast. Now she's zigzagging on the track. Sometimes when a pig runs across an open area, it's less obvious for the dog where they've gone, so they can throw them off a bit. They'll track around and try and find that exact run again. Yeah, so she's come out onto this track and then she's turned on the track and running up the road. It was an old road, you used to be able to drive a two-wheel drive car up there, and now you wouldn't even think there's ever been a road there, but because I know the area quite well, yeah, I know exactly where she is, so hopefully she shouldn't go too far on it. I'll just wait here for a bit actually. She might even chase something back down. There's quite a lot of pig rooting just here on the edge of the road. They've actually been rooting up right onto the road. Making a bit of a mess there. See where I've got that that yellow pin there with pig track. She's right on that pig track now. That's one I marked 2 years ago, that main pig trail. So I sort of know where that one's heading. So I'm actually wondering now whether I'm worth running back down to the crossing, right back to the first one that I went and waited at, because sometimes they do a loop right back up around the top, up or these paddocks up the top, they do a big loop, come right back down, and it might actually cross that same spot. Yeah, that might be the go. Just wait for Nelson to come back from down there. Might go and head it off. It's got a big head start on her, so it's probably way ahead of her, you know, several hundred meters ahead of her. But sometimes they stop and listen for a while so the dog catches up. I think that's what happened up here. That pig stopped going up the hill and then she's caught up and had another hard run on it. And she's still just learning too herself. She's only been on about 6 pigs now, but she's obviously starting to find her own ones and stuff too now. And she had got one poke in the face from one about 3 or 4 weeks ago. She got a poke in the face after she had a fight with one. And the main dog was actually on the road when she went in and found that one and had a big scrap with it. So yeah, it's pretty cool, but got away from her. Yeah, let's recheck this. Yeah, she's doing that big loop. So I'm going to start jogging again. I'll switch off, I'll jog down there and try and get back on that other crossing. Now she's come up over that top track I was saying. She's 500 metres out here now, going bloody fast around the side of there. She's gone well past that crossing I was going to wait on. She's actually heading straight towards a big massive Blackberry gorge up here. It's extremely rough in there, on the sides anyway, but there's a driven track through the gully of it, so I'm going to run back to that. Yeah, we'll go. Pig will be miles ahead of her by now, I'd say, but I'm pretty stoked that she's pushing it that far on her own. Yeah, it's cool. She's zigzag back towards the road now. So this is actually the crossing, just here. That hole there, that's sort of where I expected it to cross, but she's well down now. Done a big spin on the spot. Maybe she's just spinning around, either caught up to it again or starting to backtracking I'd say. Now you never know too, that pig that she's chasing, for all I know that could be just going right back to that gully there. I can get onto it on the way back out again, give it another chase. It wouldn't be the first time. You know, that used to be chased and that cunning in here, and it's that thick. They'll do the same big circuit and start right back where they started again. Now you can do that over again the next day and the next day. Yeah, good fun. Oh well, yeah, just go up there and try and cut her off, and if not, she'll pop out on the road and backtrack back around to me anyway. We ended up just putting a trail camera. I've got a trail camera in my pack. I might put a camera up there and just see what pigs are moving around up there. Not a silly idea. There's a competition coming up. The Mangakino Club has a competition, not this weekend coming, but the one after. So any big boars around, I'll be trying to get one for that. Or even an average weight boar. Actually, average weight prize is normally about $2,000 at that competition. It's quite a big one. Huge competition actually, it's very well run. So I'll be up there in a couple of weeks. I might actually do a bit of a YouTube video when that comp's on and show the lineup of pigs. Last year there was bloody heaps of pigs weighed in. This year they're limiting it to 1 pig per person to weigh in, which probably stops people getting a bit greedy, but it doesn't stop them from getting more than 1 pig. It just means they're only allowed to weigh 1 in, but never mind. Just look at that, how, it's hard to see it on there, but how she's branched off her original track. So it's not uncommon. How I said, she's gone down and she's gone around on the spot, so she's probably caught up to that pig real close, giving it a big chase around, and it's running back on the same track that it started. When I think she's backtracking it, she's actually veered off and she's off after it again. And now she's going back the other way again. Far out. Yeah, she's giving it a real big run. And she's almost up at the top of the ridge. Actually sort of straight up there on the skyline. She's almost up the top there. So she's 453 metres from me there. That's almost up on the where the skyline is there. Never know, she might even come back down to this crossing. I'll just might cruise back down there. So again, where I've just dropped that pin mark there, that's that main crossing, and Willow's heading straight for it. There's no way I'm going to make it down there in time. I sort of wish I'd waited there, but she was backtracking, and you'll see her track going right down there now. So it's a pretty good chance she's going to push that pig down there. The saga continues, and it's just about going to start raining. Bugger. Yeah, she's just sort of backtracking her way around now. I'm just bashing through this stuff here. The rain's just started drizzling, coming down. But you see all of this, which is well over 6 foot high. Believe it or not, I used to drive my 2-door Ford Escort. It was a Mark 1 Ford Escort. I used to drive that up here many years ago, of course. Yeah, it used to be a fairly decent bit of a track, and I'd come out here with the car, and there was quite a few deer around, lots of pigs, still is lots of pigs, but yeah, like I say, the deer vacated for well over 20 years from the 1080 wiping them out, but they've moved back in. There's a few deer, not heaps, but yeah, and the pigs have always been here because it's so rough. So I'll just get down here and try and head that dog off, and call it a day once she's back, I think. This new top I've got on here, someone suggested I get one, so yeah, it's quite a good top, especially for pig hunting. It's got a good hood on it. The pocket on the front here, the big pocket on the front, loving that. You throw GPS gear in there, your bloody head torch. You could actually fit several big Coke bottles in there. Not that I would carry my Coke in there, but that's the size of the pouch on the front. It's like a big kangaroo pouch. So yeah, that brand there, bush proven. I don't actually know what the material is, but it's quite warm. It's bloody thick as, and I've been thrashing this top in this sort of rubbish and Blackberry. Hasn't even looked like ripping it, so don't know what the material is, but it's bloody good. I'll actually put a link in the description for that. I think they're based in Tonga, and I think they make dog boxes. I had a bit of a look at their website, and they make dog boxes as well. Quite like the look of their dog boxes too. I don't have one in the back of my ute, which I want to get one day, so that'll be on the cards. I think they can custom make them for any vehicle as well. But yeah, bush proven, bloody good jacket. And I actually got mine, bought mine a couple of sizes bigger than what I normally would, or that I normally wear, just so you can have layers underneath. I've just got a t-shirt underneath this, and but it's bloody warm, especially when you're walking around. And I like it in this thick stuff. You can bash around and it doesn't seem to rip. So I've been thrashing it for weeks and weeks. So yeah, put it to the test. Bush proven, and I have bush proven it. So yeah, I don't know how far this dog is now. She's no, she's not far actually. She's just here somewhere. Oh, there she is. She's back and ready to go home. No, actually just carry on a little bit, put that trail camera up, and then head back. Willow, yeah, Willow. Good girl. Good girl. Had a big run, eh? This pup here, I've decided to name her Ruckus. She's his little scrapper. The brindle coloured one there, I've named him Goat, as in G-O-A-T, greatest of all time, hopefully, fingers crossed. But He's a bit of a softy, big softy compared to the sister. She's a bit more of a scrappy sort of dog, and but they've both got their own traits anyway, those pups already. I've noticed with Ruckus, when they're play fighting and stuff, she'll sit down and hide like a cat and wait for another dog to come past, and then she pounces on them. And I've actually seen dogs do that with pigs too, so I wouldn't mind betting that's the type of action she'll be into, is especially if she can hear one coming towards her, she'll just wait. Another dog might be chasing it, she'll pounce on it. Yeah, I think those pups will come out pretty good, and that's obviously the two parents that I'm running them with, so I'll carry on. So these deer have been stripping that bark again to get the minerals out of the bark. Certain time of the year, which is right now. Haven't actually seen any deer marks, but that's definitely deer that's chewed on that, so there's still some around. Last time I was here there was heaps of deer signs. Pretty eventful day really. It was good to see Willow chasing that pig so far too. I was quite stoked with that. She pushed it pretty hard today, and she's still just learning, so not really expecting her to catch much yet, but she's not far off. These stags been rubbing their antlers on there. Those stags will be dropping their antlers soon actually, not too far off. Be dropping their hard antler and then starting to regrow the velvet in spring. Couple of spots I want to go and check out and try and get a stag before they do drop their hard antlers, so I'd better get in there next few bloody days really, otherwise I'll miss out. Don't want to end up shooting them in big stags with no antlers, so I still will anyway, but not much stops me shooting them. People, oh, I should have left that one for another couple of years. No, not around here. And most places actually there's far too many deer, so they could do with a bit of a clean out. Oh yeah, battery's just about going flat. I'll just switch off and quietly walk back down. And like I always say to my young fella, you never give up. Even when you get back to the truck and you're on your way home, I never give up, because the amount of times I've got a jammy one on the road on the way home or something, you just never know. Yeah, like I was saying in one of my earlier videos, when I'm running these pups from quite young, just not even so much getting them onto pigs, just taking them out and getting them used to being in the bush. And if they're struggling to get up a bank or can't get over a log, I don't go rushing back to grab them. You just let them use their brains and work it all out themselves. Let them figure things out for themselves, and going in and out of the bush and stuff, they get used to running around, backtracking themselves, backtracking other dogs, and backtracking me. They work it out pretty quick. They're pretty smart. I don't call a man's best friend for nothing. This other thing I forgot to mention, this bush proven jacket here, it's got a pouch here with a buckle on the top, and it's made especially for the GPS. I've just been hanging mine around the strap mainly, but sometimes I actually put it in that way there so that the lens is not getting scratched. I put it into that pocket there, and the buckle goes over the top, locks it in place. So yeah, they're pretty handy top for pig hunting, very handy. Plus my cell phone fits in that pocket as well if I haven't got my GPS or pig hunting. I put my cell phone in there and put that buckle over the top. The other thing with the big pocket on the front, it's a deep pocket too, so I've got pockets on other jackets that are sort of big pockets, but when you lean forward or anything and bloody cell phone falls out, your bullets fall out of your pocket or whatever, this thing, it's got about I don't know how far it is, probably that far of a drop from the top of the zip to drops right down to the bottom of the actual jacket. So you can just throw stuff in there, and I keep forgetting to do the zip up on it, but nothing falls out because it's so far down from the zip. It's bloody handy. I don't know who designed them, but and whether they had that in mind, but it's certainly a bloody handy thing. So Yeah, like I say, check that link in the description and have a look at their website. And then if you're looking for a dog box too, then yeah, they'll probably help you out with that. Quite nice looking dog boxes anyway from what I've seen. But yeah, just about home time, just about back out to the main track. Should be not too far from here. Not too far to go back to the truck now. Rain's starting to come down. So just on a final tip, when I get home I'll give this gun a bit of a clean up and dry it out. Make sure it's 100% dry. A little bit of an oily rag on it, and before I put it away. So don't be a lazy bugger and just chuck it back in the gun safe, dripping wet. Then wonder why you got a rusty thing that's seized up the next time you want to use it. Doesn't take much for the bit of oil and stuff and a dry rag or a paper towel or something to dry everything. Yeah, just look after your gear, look after your rifle and shotgun, whatever you use. Especially after a wet day like this, not so bad if it's dry. Just got to make sure it's clean, make sure there's nothing down the barrel here if you've tripped over and plugged the barrel up or anything, and give it a clean out. Always give mine a wipe down anyway and put them away. Last your lifetime.